Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we have Project Farm Use here on the lift, and we're going to be doing some brake work here today. The brakes are a little bit spongier than I'd like them to be, so we got to look into seeing what's going on with that. However, we have an ABS light on. Now, the truck did not have an ABS light when we started. Now, that doesn't mean that something didn't happen in the amongst the many things that we've taken off and reinstalled and replaced and everything else. So today we're going to show you how to diagnose that ABS light. Now, the ABS light on this truck is a rear ABS, so it does say ABS, and that is all. If you have a 92 or 93, there's very possible that it says rear ABS on the dash. So if that's the case, these are the same thing. Now, locating the ground wire to check these codes can be sometimes a pain in the butt. Usually on these trucks, it's up behind the glove box. I'm going to show that to you here, but behind the glove box, down around the wiring harness, there'll be a connector there that you have to disconnect and ground one side of it. And then once you do that, you turn the key on. So I'm going to show you where this connector usually is and show you how to get it to show you codes. Now, whenever it shows you codes, it's basically going to blink on the dash, and you have to count those flashes. Now, counting the flashes can sometimes be a pain because it's going to flash them and then possibly re-flash them. So there's only so many codes you can get. So hopefully we can do this easily without screwing it up. Now, that being said, whatever code you get, now I'll get a list of codes here for you, but whatever code you get is going to tell you what's wrong. Now, I'm suspecting that it's the rear ABS valve that's on the frame, because generally that is the problem. Usually those things are faulty, they get stuck, or they just don't work properly. They're a very expensive item to replace, and generally the rear ABS on these trucks doesn't work that great. So usually whenever you get into a hard braking situation, most of your braking is done through the front tires, and then the back tires usually will do their anti-lock. But there's no weight in the back of the truck generally. So unless you have a trailer, you're not really going to see any difference in braking. And actually all it does is it will skid the tires just like an anti-lock braking system would on a modern vehicle. But the problem with it is you have zero braking ability in the back of this truck because there's no weight back there. All the weight's in the front. So it'll lock the front tires up if you slam on the brakes hard enough. And then at that point, you're sliding anyway. The back end is not really doing much of anything because all of your weight transfer has been brought to the front of the truck. So the rear ABS on this truck is kind of wishy-washy. It doesn't really do anything. I have driven trucks without any ABS on them, and I've driven trucks with the rear ABS, and honestly, you can't really tell a difference. So here we have the glove box removed. So to remove the glove box, you have to push these little ears in when you open the glove box there. So when you pull the glove box down, you push the ears in, and you can fold the glove box up and out. Once you do that, there is a connector. So you're going to look for an orange or black with orange wire here, or black and orange. I'll show it to you here when we get out. And there's a connector, and it actually goes to a red wire. So that usually is clipped up here. So you need a pry tool to kind of like pop it off, or try to get it unplugged here. So sometimes this can be a little bit fun, but all right. So there is a clip that holds this in. Now, generally it will probably break when you unclip it, but you have to undo this and try to not break it. So we have a red side and we have a black with orange side. Now, this is the side that you want to ground. So if you don't have test leads, I suggest you get some. So what you're going to do is you're going to put that onto the black with orange side, and you're going to take the other side here and run it to a ground. Now we have the kick panel off of here, so we can go right to a ground here. Now what this is going to do, it's going to tell us that the system is ready to be tested. So we're going to run over to the driver's side of the truck and turn the key on. So here we are on the driver's side of the truck. You can see our ABS indicator here. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the key on. Now, if you have a 92 or a 93, this could say rear ABS. And this system setup works for diesel and also gas trucks. So this is the same across the board for 92 to 96.7. So we're going to go ahead and turn our key on. You're going to see the light turn on, and then it's going to go off, and then we're going to count the flashes. So we had 8 short flashes and 1 long flash. So you want to make sure you count that long flash. So we have a code of 9. And it will keep flashing until you resolve the problem or turn the key off. So we're going to turn the key off and figure out what this problem is. So this is a code 9. Like I said, we had 8 short flashes and 1 long flash. The long flash is your separator, tells you the end of the code. So that's why it long flashes for you there. So we have a code 9. So we're going to go ahead and figure out what that code 9 is. So code 9 means that we have a high resistance on the speed sensor. So it's a high sensor resistance. So generally that's over 2,500 ohm. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this plug off here, and we need to make sure that the pins are clean inside the plug. And we also need to inspect this sensor, and we're going to test the resistance on it here. So we're sitting at 1,009.5. So we're looking at about 1,000 ohms. Now, the issue here is we don't know why it's testing out that way. So the question is, why do we have such high resistance? Now, I have another speed sensor here that we can test to see if it actually has the same resistance. So this one actually has 1.9. So there is a possibility that our speed sensor is bad. So what we can do is we can actually plug this guy in. Or try to at least. There we go. Plug this in and go back up and see if our light still flashes. So here we are back in the truck. We're going to see if just changing that sensor makes a difference here. So it looks like we're still getting code 9 here. So the next thing we need to try is we need to change our module and see if that fixes that. Now the module is in the glove box, so we're going to have to unplug that and try a different one. So we have our ABS box here. So what we can do is unplug our module here. Now these are single wheel and rear wheel only. So we're just going to plug this one in here. And see if this resolves our code issue. So we went ahead and plugged the connector back in, turned the key on, and let it do its cycle. And the ABS light came back on. So let's see what code we have. Okay, so we have a code 9. Now, this means we either have a problem with the rear ABS valve on the frame and it's sending bad information back to the module, or we have a wiring problem. So I think I found our problem here. I started following the VSS sensor wiring back and found some munched up loom here. Said, well, we got to check wiring. So this is the most obvious spot. So I could see that the wire was broke through a hole in the loom here. So I literally pulled on it and it came apart in my hands. So I would say that this is our problem here. So we're going to go ahead and get this fixed. And once this is fixed, we will go ahead and retest our ABS codes because we've tried pretty much everything else, but this makes the most obvious sense because we were getting a code for the vehicle speed sensor. So we're going to have to cut some more of this loom back, probably take it all the way up to here and take some of this loom off of here till we get some good wire and get that repaired. So this is our main issue or culprit if I had to guess. So we're going to make sure that this is our problem. So I don't see why it wouldn't be at this point. So I know this is kind of ugly, but we need to clean this up and loom it up and everything. We use heat shrink butt connectors here. Now the reason we didn't use a solder joint here is because the wire was a little bit too dirty for solder. I cut it back a couple inches and it still was a little bit dirty, so we couldn't use solder here. But in the same sense, I don't really want to use solder here because this is kind of a pivot area and I kind of got these joints up where they're not going to be bending with the axle movement. So we ended up adding this much wire. You can see how much we actually cut out here. So this is what we had in here. So let's do this so you can see. This is what was in the loom. So you can see that this had been smashed a few times. And the only thing I can come up with is this ended up getting in between the bump stops here and getting smashed between the bump stop, the rubber bump stop up here, and the actual metal stop here. And us removing the wiring finally just finished it off. So this was definitely the culprit here. So what we're going to do is now we have to obviously tidy this up, which we will do a little bit later here. But we're going to go ahead inside the truck and see if that fixed our problem. So we have everything reconnected like it should be from the factory. Now our ABS light should come on and go off and stay off. So we do not have the ABS light on, so I would call that problem solved. So we went through the diagnosis of this. We showed you how to check your codes, how to read your codes, and we gave you a list of codes, and if we didn't do that earlier in the video, we're going to do that now. And those codes basically pinpoint an area. So ours was code 9. So we had a problem with high resistance on the speed sensor. Now, that could be anything between the black box that we replaced there just to try and the speed sensor. All of the wiring, plugs, pins, connections, sensor, everything. So that's all the way back. So we started at the back because sometimes the speed sensors do go bad. So we checked the resistance on the sensor and it was less than the value that sets that code. I do believe that that's somewhere in the 2500K range. So whenever you get high resistance like that, it sets the code, sets the light. Now we showed you how to find the connector on the 92 to 97 trucks here. This is the heavy duty trucks and F-150s up to 96. Broncos with four-wheel ABS will be different because they have four-wheel ABS. They are a different system completely. So this does not work for the Broncos. And what we did was we checked our sensor. The sensor checked good. So we tried another sensor, tried it in the dash, still had the same code. So, okay, well, we had a brand new sensor. That made no change, not the sensor. So we went ahead and started inspecting. Like, okay, we tried the box. Maybe the box is bad. Change the box, same problem. So these are all parts that we had here. These are quick, easy tests that we can do. It's basically just process of elimination at that point. However, we did have the code that said code 9. So it's telling us every time that the speed sensor is a problem. So then it turns into, okay, we can go back and we can check this, 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 and this. Or the first thing, which is the best thing to do, is look at the harness. And we found that mangled little piece of loom there, which was just screaming something is wrong here. So when we opened it up, you saw we had broken wires. So with the broken wires, obviously that's going to cause problems. So we went ahead, repaired those wires, and retested, and that solved our problem. Now, I don't know how long those wires have been roached up like they were, but us removing the harness and moving it around and just over time, it was probably the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak, and broke the wires. However, the problem is resolved. We still have to tidy that up back there, which is no big deal, but wanted to show you how to access your rear ABS codes. So this is for a truck that has rear ABS only. And these systems, while they do work, they aren't the best. So if you have a truck that you're not using on the highway, then you can actually go the way of the F-Superduty. Now, the F-Superduty does not have ABS of any kind on it. So the F-Superduty trucks, no ABS, no front, no rear, no four-wheel, no nothing. It is just standard brakes. So what Ford did was they literally just unplugged that box and put a dummy plug there where that box would be behind the glove box. And that's how you can get rid of the ABS on these trucks. So even if you still have all of the ABS components, like the valve on the frame there, if you unplug the box, it will render all ABS defunct, so to speak. And it will not work and does not work and will continue to not work until you plug the box back in and resolve the problem. So that will shut the light off on the dash and make sure everything is basically gone. So like I said, I don't recommend that if you're using your truck on the highway. However, if you have a truck that you're not using on the highway and you want to get rid of the light on the dash, that will do it for you. So if you have a simple problem like we had with this and you can fix it, it's easy, that's great. I know that we didn't go through all of the codes and all of the solutions to each code because this truck doesn't have all of those problems, which is great. So hopefully this will help you kind of see what's involved in diagnosing these ABS issues. So hopefully this will help you out in fixing any rear ABS problems you have on your OBS Ford, and we'll just keep plugging away on these trucks. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one.